Hello friends and welcome to Campañando Tangos. Today we're gonna talk about a beautiful song. It's called Mi Noche Triste. In English it could be something like My Gloomy Night. It is a song from 1916. It was written by Pascual Contursi, and even though I couldn't find any orchestra from old eras that I could personally love their version, there is a fantastic version from Orquesta Tipica at Afronte. It's an orchestra that plays in Buenos Aires very often. Before going deep into what the lyrics are, we need to talk about something very important in Argentinian tango, which is the lunfardo. There are many versions of what people think lunfardo is and how it was created and so on and so forth, but I'm gonna go with the story I personally like. Lunfardo is a slang that has its origins in Buenos Aires and the surroundings of El Río de la Plata. And in its origins, it was supposed to be a language between the criminals to be able to talk about their stuff without being noticed by, the normies. A lot of the lunfardo is still present in nowadays language in Spanish in Argentina, but most of the lunfardo that you will find in tangos are kind of all gone or very specific of Buenos Aires. And in my particular case, there are a lot of words that this tango has, or almost all of the lunfardo that this tango has, I have never heard before joining the tango world. Let's start with the specific words that we're gonna touch today. The first one is gonna be percanta. Percanta is a very specific word to talk about woman in a very negative way. It has very different meanings depending on the context, but the most common ones are to refer a sexual worker or a woman that betrayed, that is unfaithful. The next one is amurar. When the tango starts, it says percanta que me amuraste. Unfaithful woman that amuraste, amurar. Amurar is to abandon or to betray. So basically at the beginning it says percanta que me amuraste, unfaithful woman that betrayed me. Later on in the song we are gonna hear about encurdelar. Encurdelar comes from curda, and what curda is basically a state of a mood where you all the time go for parties and you try to get drunk, you try to forget your problems, and you get in a very dark place, in a vicious state, we could say. And the last lunfardo that we're going to talk about today is the one that gives the name to this channel, and is campañando. Campañando also has a few meanings. In the case of this tango, basically it means staring. It says campañando tu retrato. He's staring at her portrait to be able to get comfort. Now that we have touched all the important lunfardo that is pertinent to this song, we're gonna go ahead and see what the translation of the tango will be in English. Have in mind that in some cases I'm gonna leave the phrase in Spanish when a lot of lunfardo is involved, and I'm gonna put somewhere here the meaning in Spanish. This is because either the lunfardo is very important and I don't want to leave it away, or that the English version felt a bit short to the poetry of the original version. Percanta que me amuraste in the peak of my life, leaving my soul wounded and thorns in my heart, knowing that I loved you, that you were my happiness and my tender dream. There is no consolation, y por eso me encurdelo, to forget about your love. When I get to my room and I see it all untidy, all abandoned and all sad, it makes me want to cry. I stop for a long time, campañando tu retrato, pa poderme consolar. At night, when I go to sleep, I don't dare to close the door, because by leaving it open, I have the hope of your return. I always bring the same biscuit to share with matecitos, just like when you were here. Y si vieras la carrera, cómo se pone de cabrera when we are not there together. The guitar is still hanging in the closet. Nobody will sing to it nor makes its string vibrate. And the lamp of the bedroom, also your absence has felt, because its light wouldn't want to my gloomy night illuminate. Pascual Contursi was a very famous playwright, musician and lyricist of tango. He was the author of roughly 40 tangos, Among them we have Bandoneón Arrabalero, Caferata, Yvette, and Ventanita de Arrabal. He started his tango journey when he moved to Montevideo, the capital city of Uruguay, in 1914, where he started writing lyrics for tangos that were lacking them. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a few sources in the description about Pascual Contursi because he is quite an interesting character and he has a brilliant story to be just compressed in this video. Anyway, we're gonna go through him again because he has many good lyrics that I personally love and I would like them to be translated so you can enjoy them as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please throw a like. If you would like to see more of this, consider subscribing and I will see you next time in Campañando Tangos.